Hi guys, I've had to answer a lot of questions lately about the effectiveness of primitive arrows and if the weight of the arrow makes a difference in the grouping or the weight of the point that's on the end. So I did a little video. I shot some shots on camera today. I'll explain a little bit about that in a minute. One of the biggest questions I have is people that want to shoot stone points, and I recommend that they shoot points that are lighter than what they're used to shooting because stone is not near as dense as steel, so it takes a lot bigger point to get the weight up that you would get with like a steel broadhead. So the average weight of the perfect stone point, in my opinion, is between 60 and 90 grains, somewhere in there. And people get kind of upset and say, well, I've been shooting 125 grains on my arrows at home, and if I switch to a 90 grain stone point now, my arrows are going to hit this much higher on the target, and that's not true at all. It's a complete misconception, and it's all in the tuning. If you decrease the spine on your arrow a little bit, you won't have any problem shooting lighter points. You could go all the way down and shoot no point if you had a light enough spine. I have some of those arrows that I shoot for small game that have no point on the end at all, and they're just so light spine that they fly straight off my 55-pound bow. So what we're going to do is I took a brand new target. I cut one out of cardboard so you can see every hole that's in it. There's no fudging it or cheating it, and this is what you can expect out of your primitive hunting arrows. This is the type of groups that you're shooting. I'm going to shoot 6 of these. These are my regular cane hunting arrows. They don't have any points on them yet because we're still just a couple weeks before season. The shots are all taken from 12 yards, which isn't horribly far at all. That's a very realistic hunting range distance with stone points and primitive arrows and stuff. I'm not the best shot in the world. I mean, I shoot pretty good, but I shoot a lot. But there's a lot of guys out there that can shoot a lot better than me too. But this just goes to show you that this stuff really is accurate, and even if your arrows have different weights, they're gonna fly good and they're gonna hit in the same grouping. It's a big misconception that people have that if you have a 70 grain point on one arrow and 125 grain on the other, the 70 grain is going to hit this much higher, and it's not true at all. That is the case maybe at 35 or so yards, but 10, 15, 20 yards, if your bow's shooting flat, you're not going to have any problem in the world with it. 18 shots consecutive, and you can see that there's only one shot that I missed out of the kill zone in the whole group because I plucked the string. I think it was a 6 shot. I got a little panicky on the camera. But the target's also a little bit deceiving. When I went back and watched the video of it, it looks like I'm not shooting them in there very tight. Watch to the end of the video, and I put a tape measure on the target and show you how big the target actually is. It's a lot smaller than it looks like that it is in the video. And also I put the tape measure on the groups themselves, and you can see that I'm shooting about a 3.5 by 4 inch group, 17 out of 18 shots. So it's not too bad when you can consider what you're shooting and that many shots in a row. So that's what you need to expect when you're shooting your primitive arrows, and you can tune your arrows with the lighter stone points that are going to penetrate for you better. So let's get on to the video, and you can judge for yourself. Well, there you have it. It may not be the best grouping that I've ever shot in my life, but 17 out of 18 in a 3.5 by 4 inch group, that's not too bad at all. But the point of the video isn't to show you how great I can shoot at 12 yards. That's no big deal. It's to show you that the weight of the arrow, or the weight at the point at the front of your arrow, really doesn't make any difference at all in these close hunting ranges. 12, 15 so yards, you'll never notice it. So if you're worried about shooting a 90 grain stone point on the arrows that you're used to shooting 125 grains on, I wouldn't let it stop you. You can see it just doesn't make a difference. You're not going to notice an impact difference. The biggest thing you may have to overcome is a spine issue with your arrows. You may just need to scrape your shaft down or sand it down just a little bit, and it's no big deal. It's just a little bit of tuning. Sand the shaft down, practice, shoot it a little bit, even practice with a 100 grain field point if you want to do it that way. But it's definitely obtainable. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you get my new videos when I put them out.